Hello, everyone. This is Janet, your favorite Nigerian teacher abroad, here to spill the tea on common mistakes that makes you not get the interview after submitting your CV. As it is recruitment season now, everyone's doing their best to make sure they put their best foot forward. And one of the ways for you to put your best foot forward is by knowing what you should not be doing. Today, I'm here to spill the tea and to tell you from my experience what I learned interviewing for different positions around the world on what to do to make sure my CV gets past the first stage and I get that call to interview. Number one, not tailoring your CV or your resume to the job description. It's got to be specific to the job. You can't just take the same CV and just ping it out to any job. What if it's a different curriculum? Are you going to send your same CV? Yes, it's the same you, but you need to tailor it to show that that job fits you. Remember, we're always trying to make them think or know that we are the best ones for that job. As you are doing it, don't forget, millions of teachers are also doing the same thing. You don't want to send a shoddy CV in, so get that CV sparkling. And do not add these mistakes that I'm telling you today. Sending out generic applications instead of tailoring them to the CV is a no-no. Employers want to see how your skills and experiences align with their own skills. They don't want you coming as if they're ready to take any. If they're ready to take anything, anyone and anything, then they probably wouldn't be hiring you either. They'll be hiring every Tom, Dick and Harry that's walking on the streets. So make sure your CV stands out by tailoring your CV to the job description. And talking about job description, do not ignore the job description. Failing to carefully read and address the key qualifications and requirements listed on a job posting is a very common error. I did it too. I didn't know I had to tailor my CV and let it match the job description. But now I'm telling you, because I've used it and I've seen that it works, so you need to do that too. Your application should clearly demonstrate how you meet that job description. So get to work. If you need any help, email me and I will give you some pointers or even record a video like this one I'm recording now. The next one is lack of knowledge on the company. Oh my goodness. We all know you have to research the company. If you don't know how to go down and look through my videos, this one here, where I talk about things you need to do to get ready to teach abroad. You might want to have a look at that video because it will help you tell you what you need to do to get ready. Researching the company is one of the biggest ones. If you don't know the company, its mission values, its ethos, and recent developments, then it will just make you feel like you just want a paycheck. You're not interested in the company. You're not interested in the job. You just want money. Yeah, there are other ways to get money. Trust me. Quick money for that matter. We're not talking about those on this channel. We're teachers. We stay on the straight and narrow. The next one is just a big no-no. Poor formatting of your CV. Sloppy formatting, spelling errors, grammatical mistakes in your CV, or your cover letter coming off looking like you just picked it from somewhere on the internet and just slapped it onto your application, or an application that's not made personal. You've not made your personal statement personal. You've just taken it from somewhere. It doesn't reflect you. Employers can spot a fake from a mile away and they will not call you for interview because they'll think, if you can't sit down and talk about yourself, how are you going to inspire children to be able to be that when they get to that position? So it's a no for them, and it will be a no for me as well. Insufficient preparation. This is a big one. Not taking time to properly prepare your application materials, or researching the role in the school that you're looking to fill, or an inability to tailor your approach can lead to a really weak application overall. If you're supposed to be making yourself look like the best fit, should you be submitting a weak application? No. So sit down and have a look at that application again and make sure everything is perfectly, neatly tied and constructed. Research key. This one has This one can make or break anyone's career. Inappropriate presence online. Do you think schools are not checking for your online presence? Why do you think it takes so long for them to get back to you after you submit your application? I've heard someone say recently that she went for an interview on day 1 and on day 2 she was hired. That doesn't happen in the diaspora. It will take at least 3 weeks for them to get back to you. What do you think they're doing in the 3 weeks? They're checking your online presence. If you've liked some inappropriate posts, they will see it. All they need to do is search for you. Everyone's searchable these days. I've searched myself, and yeah, of course. Your DBS might come off clean, but your online presence might not come off clean, and the school doesn't want that associated with their name. They don't need any scandals. They'll say, no thank you, but yeah, you get the gist. An unprofessional online presence will definitely get you a no, and an unfortunately. So don't do it. If you have any online presence, go and tidy it up. Recruitment season is on now. We need to get yeses and interviews galore. Packing them is what we need to be doing, not searching for them everywhere we go. A lack of relevant skills can also give you a no. If your application doesn't clearly demonstrate that you have the necessary qualifications for the role, you're unlikely to get a call back or a call to interview. That is a no-brainer. It makes so much sense. You're applying to be a teacher. You do not have any teaching experience. What do you want to come and do in the teaching field then? Go get some experience, even if it's a volunteering role. I've released a video on that. Quickly, go get on it, and you will see all the different ways I've talked about what volunteering does for your CV. You might want to watch that. Missing out key information or putting gaps in your CV. You don't need to do this. When you miss out relevant information, then you're likely to not be called to interview. Leaving out your achievements, leaving out your education, leaving out things that you've achieved, your achievements. Why would you want to leave out your achievements from your CV to teach abroad? Put that in there. And if you have gaps in your CV, make sure you explain it, because you might not be sharing information. You might be sitting in jail. No school wants to hire a teacher who's been sitting in jail for a year. And you don't want them thinking you're sitting in jail if you have not been sitting in jail. So do not leave information out of your CV. Yes, that's, common sense. This last one gets me. It annoys me, but hey, what can we do? Sometimes the school will tell you you're overqualified. So for instance, you've got your qualifications, you've got your experience, you've got everything, but you fail to note why you're applying for a lesser role. If you're applying for a lesser role, for instance, I always talk about teachers who are already qualified moving to a different curriculum, going into volunteer or to be TAs or lesser roles. You want to explain that in your personal statement to show that you're coming here to come and adapt. But if you fail to put that in, again, leaving out crucial information, if you fail to put that in, then you'll be classed as overqualified. And then the employer or the school will think, why is an overqualified person coming in to work in a lower role? Are you coming in to spy? Are you coming in to cause havoc? Are you coming in? What are you coming in for? And once they have that question mark, they'll put your CV aside, because hold on, there's so many other people who are applying for that role. Why spend time on one CV that's not making sense? Some employers will worry that you'll get bored if you're overqualified for a role and that you leave quickly. So you don't want to set that alarm bell off in their heads. So make sure you have that covered as well. Avoiding these common mistakes and taking the time to create a strong application tailored for each role you apply for can significantly increase your chances of getting called in for interviews. And there you have it. Mistakes you need to avoid when you apply to teach abroad. Don't say I don't do anything for you, my fam. If you need to know more about teaching abroad and everything about getting into teaching abroad, especially in this recruitment season, give your girl a like, a subscribe, and a share so that we can continue thriving in this YouTube streets. Until next time, bye my darlings.